crashed into a bush, and a lot of people's lives are lost. How long we will continue to talk about the fact that these people need a separate road? They say, okay, these people no longer move on the roads 10 o'clock every day. What is being done and what? And lots of Nigerians had different things to say. This happened on Thing University. Now, the agency is also involved in road construction, improvement, and connectivity between states as prescribed by its mandate. Now, meanwhile, the newly appointed chairman is the son of a renowned politician, Kasim Ibrahim Imam, and he completed his National Youth Service Corps NYC program in August 2022. Now, while Tinubu received commendations from, a section of social media, point to the appointee's lack of experience, that is one, and expertise to head such a strategic body as major. This is where the controversy is stirred from. Now we have a youth right here. A lot of people, there's no need for you to study out bedding the affairs. Now, why superior in quote to whatever is obtained here? And you can be given such. Leave the now. Do you think it is a stage where we should allow somebody learn on the job? Now, if it is for the case of inclusion, youth inclusion in government, we have other people way experienced than this guy who has been part of the. We've brought it right here on radio. Do let us know what your thoughts are on this as well. Is this a risk or is something that you would okay listening to us? Now, we see that Tinubu is to swear in new ministers before the FEC meeting, include 3 ministers into his cabinet today. Now, according to report in the presidency, disclosed that the new ministers would be sworn into office of the council chairman. Says, let us know what your thoughts are about that. And, just be of the right character. We see that the NRC, we see that it's certain people, it's the government who did this. Who is the government? This is one question I want us to answer yet again today. But we see that the Nigerian Railway Corporation has countered media reports claiming that the police failed an attempt to steal railway coaches in Maiduguri, Borno State. Now, handle, which is now X, that Borno State police claimed to have intercepted 3 coaches of goods items. Police swooped in on the suspect, who identified himself as Aliyu Mainasara, the director, Northeast District of the NRC headquarters in Bauchi. Mainasara had told the police that, he was acting on the directive of the managing director of the NRC, Fidet Okiria, who asked him to evacuate the coaches to Plateau State. So it was not a case of theft. Now, let's just open up the phone lines and see. Let's hear our reactions, and then we can take more of the stories alongside. 090-7353-0000, 7353-0044, or 09087668888. Meanwhile, we see that the Vice President Kashim Shettima is to represent President Tinubu at the 3rd BRI Forum in China. Let's see who we're here. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Mata. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
My name is Abakar calling from Baukolada.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear you.
Thank you. I have no problem with that.
Okay.
Leadership is about having leadership skill, capacity. He may not have the experience, but with time, the experience will come.
Okay.
The expertise will follow.
Okay.
And he will good try. It's not a risk, it's a try. Let's give the young Nigerian, the brilliance. Let them give them a chance. Let them demonstrate their
capability. All right.
Ability. And may I pray for you?
A very limited time.
Yes. I won't take time. I won't take more than 2 minutes. And if you need 2 minutes, yank me off. Yeah, that's my own.
All right, keep going.
I want to talk about most especially Nigeria as second the most prayer people. You can hear we have started the prayer, me and Abubakar, and I'm sorry, I started the prayer. And the young man, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
See, I don't want to be a whaler. There are other people that will put him through. Even most of these ministers being appointed is people see the young man. We are celebrating Ecuador. A young 35 years old become the president of Ecuador.
Yeah.
So if the young can be having look at my brother and son of the president of France, we are talking of the vice president being traveling. Yes, I want to comment Tinubu, not only everything like the past administration. He wants everything. The only way you see somebody is either to go for Liberia or somewhere in some African country and so on. But most of the other places, he changed the former vice president. But you can see the Democrat here. He's allowing his vice go and participate too. Go and investor. So we are expecting to see the investor coming to this country. Nobody.
All right. Thank you for your contribution, Salasi. All right, let's keep it coming through. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, my dear sister Mata. My name is Alami. I'm calling from St. On the appointment of my little brother, Emma, because it's my little brother, I think I'm only 4 years older than he is.
Okay.
It's a welcome development, and at the same time, I must say, I want to sound like I'm mature on this issue.
Okay.
That appointment, is a supervisory and ceremonial kind of appointment.
Okay.
The Director General of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. That is where it's going to gather all of the experts, the head or the chairman of the board. It's a welcome development. I think he would have would have been able to put his experience as a first class graduate in engineering into practice, by taking executive decisions, running the day-to-day activities from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. But I think it's still a progress, whichever way you look at it. This is the time for we the youth to take us congratulations, and this is our time.
Of course.
This kind of appointment will continue to,
we encourage more people.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Alamin, for your contribution right there. It will encourage more people. In the youth of the country, you can sharpen your skills to meet up any of these offices so that when an opportunity comes, you can be considered for it. Now keep it coming through on 09073530044 or 09087668888. Now, on the matter of greatness, the lady who, went to a hospital and the hospital said they were not going to attend to her because, she didn't have a medical report or a police report and all of that. We see that the Minister of Women Affairs, Uju Kennedy, visited that hospital. And according to her, we're going to use your hospital as an example that will never happen anywhere else in the country. This is as regards the happening there. Now, she said she's seeking justice for the late greatness Olorunfemi, who died as a result of being pushed out of a moving vehicle. Now, she expressed displeasure over the actions of a hospital in Abuja that turned away the dying victim of a violent one-chance attack. The minister on Wednesday visited the hospital in the Federal Capital Territory and unannounced, and she said the incident cannot be swept under the carpet. Let's see who we have here and we'll take more on that story. Hi, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Yes, welcome. Please put off your radio set.
Okay, this is Abubakar Sadiq.
Please put off your radio set, Abubakar.
Yes, I put it off.
All right, thank you. Let's hear you.
Now, this morning. Yes, on the appointment of that young man.
Okay.
The only thing I would say is that as long as the young man,
okay,
I know that some of our past leaders, presidents of Nigeria, perform. I don't think anything is wrong with it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that contribution right there. As long as that person can perform, and it's performance that we are after right here. As long as he can perform, that's all that we need. Now, let's move forward with your contributions. Hello, good morning.
Mata, good morning.
Yes, welcome. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Prince Rubakov from Guadalajara.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hear you.
Happy New Week.
Same to you. Same to you.
In the case of this appointment that our president made about this young man, I'm not against it.
Okay.
I probably can work.
Okay.
I'm not against it. All we need to do is to join hands and also pray. As it says, Nigeria is the second country, as like the prayerful country in the whole world.
Okay.
So we should join hands and make the young man to grow, and I'm sure he will do well. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for that contribution right there. Pray for him as well. Someone says, hello, good morning. Yes, welcome. Bad from your end, comrade. Please do come back. Hello. Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
This morning, they speak me, When I say very sure you will hear my voice. I really greet our caller today. Salatio, Salatio must reach there for more.
No wahala.
Yes, when they talk about this hospital of a Tiba, it's good though. It cannot be swept under the carpet. We already talk say anything will reach 4 persons, they know they take it seriously. And I pray this time around, new government, new changes. We can see new changes. All I want to ask now, we will pray for all these people that will do well. At least we don't try our best. Now we read the less for God. Now for us to support, I'm not there any party, and they go and vote. I'm not support anyone, but any person who is doing well, we can support it.
Of course.
This time around, I change my word. Nigeria will better as the betterment of the youth.
Of course.
So far, they will carry women for but then Nigeria will better. Sure. The person that their duty where that will happen, they must call an order. And they do the land where it has for that. We never give our second chance to make it fit that word again. May we sack her or may we go to test. Because that's so hard that never come back again. That is hospital. Nobody that hospital. No. All the hospital. He couldn't pass it. He couldn't. Let them take care of the way really they see. I already have lot of you collect money. You keep person that person die. The Lord is where person die for hand. If you go to bring that life where he die, and they go still pay that money. I know when you cannot take for person first, bring that person alive first before you are not chasing money. Money is not everything. Their life is matter. I thank God for this person who will come over now. And this government, even though we are not seeing now, they will do well. The issue of give yes weekend and a long way to access for money. We really love the government. They are doing well now. They're going to do well. Because our mouth, there is power well. Let me say they give me money. Let me say they drive me. Let us change our talk now. There's to touch money. May tell our president, may you open the refinery for us. That's what we are crying for. Parents is no reach up, but the refinery is go reach up. I send you go our president and a weekend, may carry women for us, may open the refinery for us. May price of tea come down. May you to partake. God bless you, Mata.
Thank
God bless
you.
our country, Nigeria.
Thank you so much.
Let me adapt to my customer.
All right.
We are busy our mouth, we are busy our hands.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much, BB Blessing, for joining us on the show. Right there, BB Blessing. You said a lot of things that I quite resonate with, and that's it. Thank you for joining us. She keeps talking about women inclusion, and then I see that lots of women are not even interested in politics. This general open banters, how many women call here, to make contributions as regards the state of the nation? It starts from there as well. It starts from being interested in politics. It starts with, taking up positions. I don't like how these people run this here. Let me try to vie for the position to see if I can make any reasonable change in this area. Hello, good morning. It's very well, thank you. Let's hear you.
You see what I just want to say? Some people, the country as a whole, there was an accident.
Okay.
They forget about helping the people. What they did is just to go and steal fuel and sell. You understand?
Yeah.
Because it seems like we did not have conscience again. You never know the day of your own. You understand? That is loaded with people. Goods. So when this truck have an accident, could you imagine what the villages are doing? They went there and started
looted the trucks.
You understand? So I was surprised. When I want to park there, we are watching what is going on. We asked them, why are you people doing this? They almost wanted to kill us because these guys are plenty. Then people don't tell our driver, let's go, because this place, if anything happens to you here, nobody will know where you are. Please. So that's what I just want to say.
Thank you.
The federal government should please do the right thing so that this country will move forward.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you, Okechukwu, for that contribution right there. This is it. We see it happen all the time. We loot. It's the hardship. But what kind of hardship will make you not to value human life? I mean, I saw that video and I was very disappointed at the people who were just there packing, looting the fuel, scooping fuel, doing whatever they could, where you can see someone literally weakly, changing. Welcome back. Let's hear you. Hello. Comrade, are you sure you don't want to call the other line?
Is it clearer now?
Yes, it's clear. I can hear you, and then maybe when you start talking, it goes all the way down.
No disappoint, Mr. President.
Of course.
You keep up to your expectation. Then people don't even know the danger behind. That's why we see a tanker carrying fuel, they say it's highly inflammable.
Yes.
They write it both behind, so that don't go closer to that very truck. Because once it catch fire, it's very, very dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Today, people will be going with cup, buckets, whatever they get.
Their phones, their phones.
What people need, in fact, I don't know what to say, rather than to just, people need serious orientation and let them understand that anything fire, burnt, that skin can never come back to itself again.
Of course.
You need to understand how much are you going to get from that fuel? It's very uncalled for. This is not poverty, it's greediness. It's greed. That is what it is. Because I don't see that, because if you are poor doesn't mean that when you see something like that you have to go and start putting your life in danger, putting other people's life in danger as well. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much for that. Like you said, it's greed, and I totally agree with that. It's greed. Now, how many can you scoop? How many do you want to scoop out of there? Keep it coming through. Let's hear you on 09073 530044. Hello, good morning.
Hello. My comment is concerning the appointment of that boy, because I can say he's a boy since he's 24 years old. And he graduated as a mechanical engineering. And Tema, by the way, is to construct roads throughout Nigeria. So to me, SRC, it's not good for the president to put somebody with mechanical engineering to work where the roads could be constructed. It's supposed to be, that man is supposed to be having civil engineering degree. That is what I can say.
All right. Thank you for your contribution right there. Now, did you also hear that the Senate begins hearing of bill to jail and fine parents 50,000 naira if they fail to enroll their children in school? If they fail to enroll their children in school. Now, the bill is recommending a fine of 50,000 naira to be paid by parents who fail to provide their children with primary and secondary school education, has passed the first reading at the Senate. Now, the Red Chamber also recommended free meals for every child in the country. The bill proposed by Senator Oji Uzo Kalu, titled Compulsory Free Universal Basic Education Act 2004, Section 2, according to reports, says the section stated that the government at all levels in the country shall provide free, compulsory and universal basic education for every child of primary and junior secondary age. Now, every parent shall ensure that his child or ward attends and completes his primary school. Now, the Act further states that stakeholders study of a child performs the duty imposed on him under the Section 2, subsection 2 of the Act. It stated the Act also recommended punishments for parents who contravene the rule. Hello.
Hello, Martha.
Good morning.
Thank you.
All right, let's hear you.
I just want to ask on this issue. What of those politicians and the people they gave money to build roads, to work at hospital facility? If you do, how much will it be their fine? You understand? You see, all these things is the fault of the leaders. If your secondary school and your hospital are built very well, do you think that anybody will want to go outside the country? Or do you think that nobody would not like to train a student in the school? You understand? All these things, the leaders refuse to do it. You will see a politician that nothing is done in a public school here. They will train their children. The children will come back and become in one office. They will become head of the office. Honestly, if the politicians believe in Nigeria, I don't think Nigeria will be in this way. Do you know how much dollar it is now? And it's heading to 1,005.
Stage another Palestinians. You want to defend Israelis? Do you see the weapon that they are exchanging at each other? Do you see the mass destruction that is going on in their country? Do you see that? Hello.
Good morning, Mata.
Good morning to you. Welcome and thanks for joining us.
My name is Ruth. I'm calling from Katos.
Hi, Ruth. How are you doing today?
I'm fine.
All right, let's hear you.
I want to speak concerning Mr. President's appointment.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm not against his appointment, but we have lots of graduates that graduate with first class from a Nigerian university. But he didn't see any of them to go and select. He either had to go for someone that graduates from UK university. So what is he trying to say? That is, we that we are going to school in Nigeria, is it that they are not teaching us well, or we don't have the strength to take that position? And that guy that he appoints, if not because that his father has a name, he wouldn't have appointed him. He do it because of his father's name. So we should stop saying that then Mr. President did well, did this one. We should just open up and say the truth. And concerning the hospital that said without the police reports, most hospitals used to do like that. Sometimes accidents will happen. If a normal vehicle said, okay, let me help and take this person to the hospital before safety will come, you will get to the hospital and hospital will not attend to you because you don't have police report. I think they should bring a law that will remove all those things they are doing. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruth, for joining us and for that contribution right there. Let's say that. Let's look at it from that angle. If he was a common man or someone who graduated with, we have lots of people. In fact, I personally know a few other people who graduated with first class in very promising and very lucrative courses that are now selling small shops, that are now doing businesses, outside of, school and all of that, because there's no way, they can get a job to do regardless of how excellently they did in school. If that guy was a common man like myself and you, do you think he will, he will be, given the opportunity to serve the government? Whatever it is, we're happy for him and we pray that he's able to carry on the responsibility that is assigned him for that position. Hello, good morning to you.
This is the first time I'm calling on your show.
Oh,
I'm actually glad that...
See that. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's hear you.
From Central area.
Okay.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. What did you say?
I'm actually glad that a couple of people are reasoning alike.
Okay.
And are bringing the matters to the fore right now.
Okay.
You see, Metama General Hospital is very notorious for sending victims of all these one chance or accident away. I saw a video of a man who had to literally video them, cover their faces, and threaten them before they accepted a victim is found on the ground that he had nothing to do with. So I think the Minister of Women Affairs should press on with her threat, and those people who are found wanting to face this appointment issue. You see, where there is no equity, where there is no justice, where there is no fairness, we can't be said to be building a society. We cannot be said to be building a society by public appointment. And it's not fair. It will lead to the degradation of this, our society we're trying to build. For God's sake, there are a lot of better ones. A guy who graduated who did NYSC last year, a boy who did NYSC last year, what is this bringing to the national development? We should stop experimenting. That's taking us nowhere. So please, I do not support that appointment, even though there's nothing I can do about it. But we should learn that these leaders we have no interest of this country at heart. They're just trying to build their friends and their empires at the expense of this country. Good afternoon, Martha, again. Have a wonderful day.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Please, we want to hear more of you right here on the General Open Banters. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Martha. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Solomon Ojais. I'm calling you from Kubwa.
Hi, Solomon. Thank you for joining us. Let's hear you.
Anyway, I am not against the appointment of that young man that was appointed by the president. It's actually a good thing. Actually, I'm also used like him. But the thing is, you actually said it all a few minutes ago. If his father was a common man, I doubt if that guy would have gotten that position. there are many graduates, there are many people who graduated with the first class, and some of them, like you said, are not doing anything tangible because their father are nobody. Point someone that is nobody in this country, someone that has no fight. Appoint such a person, as far as that person has a very good record in school, and the person, you did all your findings and you discovered that person had a very good record in school, and the person graduated with the first class, and the school can testify to it that this guy is actually good, then go and appoint that person and let that person head a particular ministry. That's my own take. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you for your contribution right there as well. Now we can take probably a call or two before we head out of this hour. It's generation struggling parents who could not fend for their children's school. Colony of corrupt government. This is Johnson Oliver from Asokoro. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Welcome. Please put off your radio set.
Yes, I'll put it on. This Abubakar.
All right. Abubakar, please.
The bill that seeks to make it compulsory for every Nigerian area and in the public school also. They should make it compulsory that all the politicians' children should also study in Nigerian public schools. That's my take on that.
All right. Thank you for that. Let's see. I see Sanusi's birthday is today. So happy birthday to you, Sanusi. God bless and keep you. And many more beautiful years and good health and wealth and all of that you have prayed for. And he made a contribution this morning. He says, there is nothing wrong in the appointment of the young shall also grow. Hello, good morning to you. Let's hear you.
The opinion about it is that just like other people have spoken, every day there is a whole lot of graduates in this country. And did you know those people he's heading now is going to head so many people that are very senior waiting for his appointment and are engineers, experienced in that very particular job. You are heading somebody who is more experienced than you. At least, if you are looking for younger ones, you can still get in that department. To head that every appointment. It's going to be somebody who knows somebody and knows somebody, and they begin to be somebody just like his own way of expanding their empire. I don't get it, because once there is this ministry someday somehow when Jonathan was on the somebody in that office, I could remember where the man said, "Oh, I don't have idea about the whole of this. Please, you people that are on this very place will help me out." Is it to come and learn in this very point in time where everything is down? Please, see, in terms of promotion and all that, the way of promoting people, you don't just come from anywhere. Come and help those people who have been there. No, you have full
oil spills in Nigeria. It's been lots and lots since oil was discovered in commercial quantities in Nigeria. I think it was about 1958. Thousands of oil spill incidents has happened. Apart from oil spills, we see all of these where people go carry barrels and what have you to scoop food from somewhere. I'm using this platform to tell you now that you are supposed to be running away when you see something like that. You are supposed to be running away when you see things like that. Stop. Read stories, movies have been produced, articles have been written about this. Do you not see all of these things? Why do you still allow yourself and your loved ones become victims of something like this? Whatever the case is, of course.
Just don't stop. Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.
Hey, are you ready to unlock your potential and reach for the stars? Look no further, as BRIC that are programmed comes with esteemed Canadian Skills Council come true. We also offer flexible payment to suit your needs. So, what are you waiting for? Start journey success. Call 070-8701-0000. 070-87 website www.bricsacademyning.com. BRICS.
Are you looking for an internet service that will make surfing on the internet an enjoyable one? Do you want a super fast connection to the internet? Look no further, as Eagles Internet Services is here for you, an effective internet service provider with 99% proven reliability for residential and office services. We provide unlimited internet bandwidth services of different bundles tailored to meet your desires and taste. It is reliable, affordable, with a wide coverage. You can locate them at Plot 1719, Cadastral Zone B, Kaura District, or you can call 081 3312 1423 or 09065765969.
Eagles FM 102.3 Abuja.
Do regular checks that you need to have to ensure that you are safe from this virus. I also recall that in the news, I talked about how the federal government is considering reinitiating the use of nose mask yet again, as in the case of COVID-19, because, this is fast spreading and a lot of people who can become casualties to this disease or infection, whatever it is. A lot of people can become, casualties to these if care is not taken. And that is why the federal government was thinking about initiating the use of nose masks yet again to keep us safe. Now, today, Hajia Hawa Suleiman will be joining us right here in the studio.
Thank you.
All right. Please, I already told them Hajia Hawa Suleiman will be joining us, but please introduce yourself yet again so that they can get familiar.
Okay. My name is Hawa Suleiman.
Okay.
I'm the head of this communication, community engagement, public health department, FCT.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us again, ma'am.
Hello? Come again?
Yes, I said we're talking diphtheria today. It's been on the news. It's been recurring on the news. Can you please tell us again so that we are aware? What is diphtheria?
Oh, okay. Diphtheria is it causes the inflammation of the mucous membrane.
Can you just move a bit to somewhere that the reception can be? Hello?
Hello, can you hear?
It's still breaking. Do I need to call you back?
Call me back, please.
All right. Thank you. It's a highly contagious bacterial infection that is caused by Chorion bacterium diphtheria. It is a medical condition that mostly one of the other symptoms. So
when I'm near that person, then that way the next person next to you can get it, catch it.
So
it's airborne. Yes.
Okay. So it can be contact.
And when an adult knows that he has diphtheria, or he knows that the next person to type the outbreak here in FCT.
Okay.
When we sat down, when the surveillance of the outbreak here in FCT.
Okay.
When we sat down, when the surveillance, our surveillance team sat down with the affected family, because they lost somebody in that family. By the time they asked them, it happens that it's true their children were not vaccinated at all. And yes, malnutrition sets in at the same time. So for those children that are not vaccinated, they are very prone to getting diphtheria.
Okay. So children that are not vaccinated are prone to having diphtheria.
To catch diphtheria, yes.
Now, what kind of vaccinations are these? What kind of vaccinations?
I don't know if you remember, for us, but for women out there that are listening to us, the first 3 months childhood vaccination that we give, the DTAP, that is DATAP, DTP, they call it DTP in short, that's what we call it. That is after 1 month, 4 weeks after birth, is given the first dose. 8 weeks after birth, it come back for the 4 months of a child. The child will have those first 3 doses. Then I think there is, I believe there is a booster dose. That is after 6 months, even 1 year.
Kept safe, from this disease. Yes. So what are the complications?
I will start with one more. The bacteria releases a toxin, and that toxin forms something like a tissue, another body within that is the neck.
Okay.
So that is why, as part of the signs that somebody will see, there is a grown lymph node. That the size of the neck will grow at the end, towards the end of the tongue.
Okay.
So in our community,
things that we can do to ensure that we stay safe.
Yes, we can really prevent diphtheria. Number one is this vaccine I'm talking about. That's the most important.
Okay.
If you have it, you might not contact it, and if it comes, it will not be serious. That is one.
Okay.
Number two, if personal hygiene, that is taking care of your hands, always washing the hands, because there is possibility maybe you even contact, you don't know, or somebody, you must have touched a surface where somebody's droplets, the person that has it must have dropped it.
Okay.
So it's very good to keep washing our hands properly. And it's always very good that when we sleep in a place that is very airy. That is, we shouldn't lock all our doors and windows. You know, some people close the windows everywhere. We should be in a place that is airy when we sleep.
Okay.
And then keep our surroundings very clean also. So, you know, when the surroundings are clean, the place is not a kind of stuffy. Even if it's there, the breeze, when the breeze comes, it will push it away. Something like that. And it doesn't have a place to stay long, to breathe and stay long. Then you
vaccine.
Yes.
A booster shot.
Yeah, you tell them that this is what you want to do. But, you know, we have professionals there. For example, you go in there with a child, or you go yourself, you are finished, and then the public health is out there also taking samples and then analyzing them. If it is positive, then okay. If it's not positive, it's another, because we have other airborne diseases. If it's another thing, they will be able to tell you.
All right.
So if it is DPT, they will treat you. The treatment is there also. If it is diphtheria, they will treat it. After treating it, then they will now
give you
administer vaccine after some time. Yes.
All right. Okay. So are there any side effects to the diphtheria vaccine?
No. No side effects.
Okay.
No side effects. You know, even we mothers, let me talk to mothers out there. We know that when we are going, the only thing that we see, if there is anything, I don't think we call it that any serious side effect. It could be mild. That is when we give our children that particular immunization or vaccine, just mild temperature that same day.
Okay.
By morning, okay. By morning.
That's low grade fever.
Don't even exhibit that mild. Yeah, some children don't even exhibit those mild side effects. We've never had that. It has lasted more than a day. No.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that right there. Now let's move to one of the most important things, part of this conversation. When someone has diphtheria, constantly having body itches, then this is diphtheria. Are there symptoms or things that you can use to identify aside the patches we have in the throat?
Yes. Aside those, the body, there are some body lesions.
Okay.
There are some small body lesions that you will notice physically.
Okay, like
then the grey patch, as I said, and then the swelling of the lid, that is the extreme of your neck, that is around the end of the
swelling
on the body. It's not the cheek; it's towards the end of the you see there. It will now show visibly, and then those small patches on the body, rashes that looks like chicken pox, something like that. It's a patch like that.
Okay.
So, but that I think that's the final thing when the diphtheria is being treated. That's the only one that doesn't go early. It could be treated. It will die off. That is, if there is a fluid coming out.
Okay.
The fluid will stop coming. It will dry off. Then with time, the patches will disappear.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Those symptoms. Now, what are the actions that can be taken if someone thinks that they may have diphtheria? Because you just called the swelling on the throat area as mumps. Now, it can be mumps, but what do you think someone should do if they think that they may have diphtheria?
That is why I say our concern is our people at the communities. Once they notice things like this, please straight to the hospital.
Okay.
Just go straight to primary health care, which is most of the time closer to where they are. Now, the caregivers there will know.
Okay.
Because from them, if they decide to on their own, they may say, "This thing is no more." There is possibility is no more because they check them very well. They will open them out. There's a way they will check them very well. If they see what they see out there, they will now. The next thing they will rule it out that it's possible. The possibility is no mumps. It's not ordinary. Swap it out. Then they bring it to our lab in public health department here.
Okay.
Then they will now check. And if it is the one, but then the only thing I think they may give if the person has body temperature, they may start treating that first.
Okay.
Then because the result comes out quick, it comes out. If the signs are extra visible for them, they will now have to admit that patient.
Okay, for monitoring.
Yeah. So that for monitoring, so that the person doesn't go out there and start sending it out also. So that.
All right. Okay, people. If you're still listening, you're tuned into Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja, and we're hanging out with Hadia Hawa Suleiman, and we are talking diphtheria. Thank you so much, Ma, for joining us on the show today.
Yeah, Yeah, you're welcome.
All
It's a
right.
pleasure.
Yes. Now let's move forward. I'm asking you too many questions, Abi. Of course.
Whatever we do, we do.
Yeah,
Yes.
seeing how fast it's spreading across, I think the conversations are pretty, it's a must-have. Right, now let's move. How is diphtheria treated? Now someone has diphtheria. It has been confirmed. How is this disease treated?
Now, on the surface, the person is encouraged to gargle warm water so that he will have relief.
Warm water.
Sometimes with a little, sometimes with a little salt.
Okay.
And then, then the dressing of those gray patches out. Then outside, the person is giving what to use to clean those patches. That is a person that exhibits all those patches. Aside that, there are consumables that is given, like there are injectables, and there are drugs for it. So that is the treatment that I know.
A treatment for diphtheria. Okay, now
for diphtheria.
Let's talk about priority behaviors. What do you think as a person on your own? This is like an advice, seeing that you're in the field and you have what do you think someone can do to protect themselves from being, harmed? What do you think they can do to keep themselves safe?
Okay, what the advice we always give, especially at our unit, risk communication unit, schools, teachers should be very vigilant. That is number one.
Okay.
If a child comes in the morning in the classes, so we've already told the teachers, choose noting which child has cough, which child has temperature, which child is sneezing. They immediately, most of the schools have a clinic. They immediately move them away. And those nurses in those clinics in the schools are FCT, Health and Human Services, Health and Environmental Services, under HMB. They are with us. They are from primary health care. So they will immediately remove them first, then inform the parents. Then we advise also parents that they should be vigilant. They should try to notice. Then talk to the children, explain to them if you see a child, your friend is coughing, is doing this, try as much as possible to stay away. Then the children, washing of their hands properly. If possible, if you notice a place that you just have to enter, somebody is coughing, we continue the use of our face mask. It's nothing wrong with using the face mask until you are sure that you are in an environment that something like that is not there. Those are the things we advise. And again, like I say, environmental hygiene, cleaning everywhere, keeping everywhere very clean. That one is good. And then when you buy fruits, vegetables, please wash them very well. But there is possibility, people that sell all this mango on the road and other things, the ones that are readily edible for us, that we don't need to cook them. There's possibility somebody that has diphtheria must have coughed, use his hand to cough, or maybe must have sneezed out, then wiped it with his hand. Then when he wants to buy, he will be touching them. So he can touch it. So when you buy something like that, wash it very well. If you take it home, if you need to eat it on the road where you will not get salt, then get water, wash it and eat. Then when you go home, please, for mothers, when you want to wash such things, drop a pinch of salt and wash very well before you eat. Those are the things we advise. And then when you notice your child, when you notice at home your child is back from school, is having those things, don't insist the child must go to school. Take the child to the hospital first. Don't do self-medication. Don't do self-medication, because if you are doing self-medication, the major signs may be going off. You may not get it, and by the time it's out, it could be too late. Because by the time it's out, it could be too late. Because it's one of the things I believe must have happened in those places, like I said again, where the initial outbreaks happened in FCT at the area at the community level there. Then those ones were informed our surveillance officers in public health. By the time they went there, the child was in the hospital. Took the sample. It came out positive, but that child also gave up. And one of the causes, and so one of the causes is self-medication. Thinking, okay, just give paracetamol, mix this and this together and give. So it's possible. It's not ordinary, just air like that. It's possible. It's there because it's very contagious and it's highly fatal. It really hooks somebody.
Okay. All right. Thank you again. So finally, let's ask, how is the outbreak being tackled in Nigeria? How is it being tackled? Is this something that is under control?
Yes, it's something that we can control, and the government is really working, because, like I told you, the vaccine for it is something that we already have. So it has been deployed all over, all around the whole country. I believe in the FCT here we have it. So it was redeployed back down to the communities.
Okay.
Those are our primary health care levels.
Okay.
So, and at the same time, we are going into communities now, sensitizing, creating awareness, telling people to come out, do booster dose, telling people, okay, this is what you are supposed to do. Try to notice it. Now that so they will start thinking if maybe just all these small winter this thing that move to the air, so it's just you just sneezing. So we are now trying to create awareness. So since this thing is there, don't take it as it's just a winter disease or just an airborne disease like that. So we are creating awareness, telling people to come out. When they notice all the signs and symptoms that we are telling them about, let them go to the hospital so that sample will be taken, it will be checked. So when they check it, if it is one, it will be treated. And for those that have not taken the vaccine, let them go back. And for those communities that have even taken the vaccines, since we have it out there now, we want all the children to come back for a booster dose. They are not going to give them complete 3 again. It's just one single shot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just one single shot now that they will give them. And for adults that want it, especially for those communities that had it, that the outbreak was there, we even advised the adults. Some of the adults took it. We advised them, like that family, we asked them to take it, and they all took it.
Okay.
So that's our advice now.
All right.
And that's what I know that the government is doing all through, all the whole nation. Everybody is doing that. And we I think I would thank you people, the media. You are helping us propagate our awareness creation. We are really grateful to you people. Yes, all over the nation, the media are doing it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma. Now, lastly, before we open up the phone lines, we see that the MPH CAs, they have a toll-free line that is open to everyone. You see something, you want to report. Please, can you help us call out that line for the benefit of everyone listening?
Oh, I think, will I remember it?
Okay, should I help you remember? Because I think I've seen it. I just wanted you to confirm. Is it 7722?
Yes.
That is correct. Now. All right. So for right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Another forum again. We have in FCT we have a call room where I think almost everybody in FCT knows about that. They can call that call room once the program has started. It's a program. It's a media program.
Oh,
so when
okay.
they hear it, they can seize the opportunity to talk to them there.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's just open the phone lines for a few minutes in case we have people who would want to make valuable, want to ask you questions. Yes. All right, people. We are talking diphtheria. We have been talking diphtheria. So quickly, let's open up the phone lines. If you have questions, please feel free to 087668888. Hello. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Mata.
Good morning, Abubakar. Thanks for joining us. Please quickly ask your question.
Thank you for passing this, sharing this information.
Okay, you're welcome.
What I want to say, the awareness is lacking. Most people, most especially in northern part of the country, you talk of, I don't want to mention state. Your resource person knows those states. And here, people do a lot of things like sneezing in public, losing nose. I think these are agents of the diseases.
Of course.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Abubakar, for that contribution right there. Keep it coming through 09073530044. Let's hear you. You have questions that you'd like to ask the resource person. Take advantage of this opportunity. Hello.
Can I add something, please?
Hello.
Okay, somebody.
Hello. Good morning.
Even my baby, when I was hearing this program, so I now took her to close to my neck. But now the swelling is still there. But she's not.
You heard the resource person correctly. She said, make your way to the primary health care.
That's like what we are saying. Let her go. Take her to the hospital.
She's talking to you, so listen.
If you go to the nearest hospital, hospital close to you. If it is a primary health care, signs and symptoms. And meanwhile, it is the one. It could be the one, yes. So just go to in fact, I'm talking to you now, if it's possible, there's a hospital close to you, you are not doing anything. In fact, stop whatever you are doing. Take your child to that hospital.
All right.
Go to take the child to the hospital. And again, I want to add something.
All right, ma, just before you add. All right, you have heard her. Please take your child to the hospital.
Okay.
All right, thank you for calling in. Yes, ma'am, please, let's hear you.
So yeah. What I want to add is it's not only human beings that are sneezing and throwing by this from what the last caller said.
Yes.
Even our domestic animals.
Okay.
Dogs, animals. I mean, cats and dogs.
Okay.
That we have in the house. We should be very careful.
Oh,
there is possibility they have it. Yes.
Okay.
They can be vectors also.
Okay.
So they
So
can,
pets.
they can, of course, some of us call the cats very well. Some of us call our, especially our children, they play with them. There is possibility they could get it.
All right. Thank you so much, ma. We have one more call. I think let's take that. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
All right. Good afternoon. Quickly, please make your point.
Good afternoon. My mother in the studio. God bless you. A mother.
Good afternoon.
The way I thank God for our mommy, our environment where we live. It's very, very, and it's good to take care of your environment.
Okay.
Now, before where we eat, before people eat, the mother will carry that child, wash his hands before eat. But the children when we get to now, to even wash hands before they eat, that one not the rain again. I want to ask my mommy question. What did they make children do?
About kidnapping now. We're talking about stick to the health program, please. Hello, ma. Please, can you just help her answer that so that we can move on?
From what I understand, she's asking why the children are getting sick
always
every time, right?
sick. Yes, yes.
Are always sick. That is why we say the children are. We can't stop them from being children.
Okay.
They are the ones that are vulnerable to a lot of all these contagious diseases. That is where a mother has work. Teachers have work. We must continue talking to them. You cannot be stopped because the child is not hearing you. Keep quiet. No. You don't stop. Our parents never stopped. They continue telling us. And then now, children, they go out there. Every time they meet this child, they meet that child, they meet. Just like it's when they are at home that you tell them. If you remember during the COVID, we were able to achieve something with the children because in the schools, the teachers emphasize, we emphasize parents at home to the extent that when children come home, my grandchildren will tell me, Grandma, you want to eat what without washing your hands.